Yo, what's up, everybody? All right, so today I want to come and talk just because, quick update. I've been sick a few days and, I'm trying to get through this cold or flu, whatever got me. But, I am taking stuff for it and things. So I'm slowly recovering and getting back and stuff like that. But that doesn't stop me because, even like this, being sick, I'm still holding it down and I'm still talking because this is the passion and what I like. I'm telling you. I know it's been a few days I haven't made a video and I haven't posted anything. It's because I'm just health wise, I'm just not right now doing good. You know, it's just the flu season, and everybody's right now, the flus and all that stuff. So whatever it is, what it is with that. But we're gonna talk about this. And like I said, even though I'm sick, I'm still holding it down for y'all. And I'm still here representing and putting in this work. Not even sickness is gonna hold me back. That's why I had to come and I decided to do this live stream because for the past 2 days I have not been able to talk, and I've been able, I've been resting and I've just been trying to like heal up and stuff like that. It's just my voice is sick. That's why my voice sounds like this. I've been taking cough medicine, and I've been taking, a bunch of teas and natural stuff to heal up better and stuff like that. So now I'm a little bit better to talk, but not 100%. But I do want to talk about a few things. So just bear with me. Like I said, if I cough a lot or you guys hear me sneeze or whatever, just bear with me. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm going to try to hold on as long as I can. And I'm going to talk as much as I can just for the sake of, putting these videos for y'all and stuff like that. I do want to talk about a few things, and there's a lot of things that have been coming out lately, and that's why I want to talk about this. I appreciate y'all. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If you can help however you can, if you can donate, go for it. If you can't, just keep on watching the videos, keep on sharing them, all that stuff. Trust me, it helps me a lot, and it helps the channel big time. We've been growing, and that's amazing to see this. That's why I do these videos for y'all. So look, let's talk about this real quick, right? First things first, I want to say thank y'all for watching, right? Second, if it's your first time checking me out, go ahead and hit the subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you've already done it, thank you. We're going to talk about a few things. Look, some of you, before you even, before I get started, you might be asking yourselves, oh, why, why did you put that cover that's from Justice League? Look, I'm gonna be real with y'all, right? I'm tired of fighting even within our own community as a Snyder fan, all right? I want y'all to understand the following, all right? Whenever I put a picture and it has an image from Justice League, it doesn't matter. The point is that it's still the same damn cast, the same Superman, the same Batman, the same Wonder Woman as what we were getting with the Snyder Cut, right? Some of y'all gotta look over that. Stop focusing on the little shit and focus on the main shit. The main shit is that we're trying to get this universe back, right? And when it all comes down to it, yo, at least the continuity was still there instead of what James Gunn has been doing. He's been screwing things up. But with that being said, let's talk about this, right? There's a lot of things that's been coming out. Zack Snyder has been posting pictures, and that has been trending. It's been moving. And now we have also Larry Wong. That's the cinematographer, Uncle Wow, that he just posted a picture yesterday. And he posted a picture of Henry Cavill with Superman. You know, things are happening. I'm telling y'all, things are happening. There's no way that this is just coincidence. All of these things are happening because something is taking place in the studio behind closed doors. As much as we try to say, oh no, this and that, everything is speculation right now, right? Y'all have to understand. These studios are seeing statistics, they're seeing numbers, they're seeing what's bringing in numbers and money. So they're going to go with, hey, what's working? And if something is working, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna keep on pushing it, right? I know some people are like, oh, Paramount wants to push, for this whole buy, and they want to keep James Gunn, whatever. Look, at this point, nobody can tell you 100% who's buying WB. Nobody, because we have not heard no official number from Comcast. We have not heard anything official from Netflix besides recently, all right, recently, like over a week and a half ago, they said that they were not interested. When you had the co-CEO of Netflix actually come out and say that. And now, a few days later, he's like, hey, hold on, there could be a possibility. I'm telling y'all, there's a shakeup. There are things happening behind closed doors. There's a lot of people talking about this and speculating. It's no coincidence when you have these official accounts coming out and posting pictures from Batman versus Superman, Man of Steel, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Why? Why is that happening? Because they're aware. They know that that's what the fans want. They know, and they're testing the waters more. Every single time they know that this is what makes them money. If it wasn't that, let me ask you something. Why? Why would they get fully funded and extend a campaign for McFarlane Toys from Harley Quinn and Joker that just got funded a few days ago? They extended it 3 days. It's officially closed. It's done. So now that's gonna go into production. And then before that, we got Batman versus Superman, the Batmobile. Why are they putting out things from a quote unquote dead cinematic universe? No, it's working. It's selling. They are working on things, right? I know I was asked earlier on the comment. Somebody, I can't remember who it was, but they brought up a good point, and they're like, "What if James Gunn is actually, you know, setting things up where he knows that he's not gonna be around for DC and stuff like that, and he's trying to retcon things, all right? And probably that's why now these things are happening. Like I call it what we heard, a plan B. Maybe this is plan B coming into effect and we don't even know it. That's what I'm telling y'all. The only way that WB can save their own ass from and prevent from selling is for them to restore the Snyderverse. It's already proven, damn it. They make money with Zack Snyder. They make profits with Zack Snyder. With James Gunn, it's been costing the studio for years all this money. And they're gonna keep on riding this wave. But once his contract comes into next year, 2026, what I think is going to happen, this is me speculating. This is me looking at it from a business standpoint, is that they're just gonna wait for the contract and it's going to expire. They are not going to renew it, meaning nobody. And what we're hearing with Paramount, we don't know. Nothing is official also because David Zaslav has turned Paramount down 4 times. So if David Zaslav is saying, no, you're not bidding high enough, we're not going to sell it. What does that mean? That David Zaslav is playing his cards right. He's waiting for the right amount of money. And if he wants to sell, he knows that he can sell it, but he's going to sell it. And I'm speculating he's waiting for that to reach the 100 billions. That's what I'm seeing that he's going to come. And what I think is going to happen is if he does not sell, like I've been telling y'all, he's going to probably move into full effect, which I think is happening right now as we speak, rolling the wheels in motion to restore the Snyderverse. Remember, before James Gunn came on board, my friends, what happened? We had The Rock, and we got to give The Rock credit. Dwayne Johnson. He brought back, he did what he had to do. I don't care what he did, but he did it. He brought back Henry Cavill to make that cameo at the end. And it was setting things up where it was going to be eventually Black Adam versus Superman. And we know that that was already going to happen. And let's not forget, before Black Adam, we had gotten the first Shazam movie at the end, where you see the headless Henry Cavill Superman version, where he shows up to the school with the kid, and then he's like, "Oh snap! Remember that scene?" Okay, so the continuity has always been there. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Even though it's different directors and different visions, in the end, it's still all the DCEU connected within the Snyderverse. And that's what some people need to look at. Y'all need to stop looking at the petty shit. The petty shit is, oh, that's from Joss Whedon's picture. Oh, that's his footage. It doesn't matter. It's the same damn Superman. It's the same damn Ben Affleck. Once Zack comes in and he does his movies how he wants to do it, we will get what we've been asking for. The point is, we need to keep on fighting for the DCEU with Zack Snyder. And in due time, he's going to return. I have a feeling he's already back and we just don't know it. because all this is not no coincidence. You can't just announce things without it being officially approved by the studio. Right now, David Zaslav is the owner of WB, right? And think about this. If he's the owner, but they're in the middle of this reboot, why the hell would they allow Zach and they allow all these people to post up uh, pictures and footage from old the old cinematic universe? It makes no sense, right? Something is happening right before us. We're just waiting, I guess, for the right moment and the right time to get an official update. And these studios are they're going to surprise us. I don't know what the hell's going to come, but something big is coming. I'm telling y'all. Don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. This is why, like I've been telling y'all, we have to stay united. We have to stay together. This is how we made the Snyder Cut possible. And I love to see how everywhere, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on everywhere, YouTube, everybody is using Restore the Snyderverse. That's the beautiful part about it. That's what I've been fighting here for all these damn years for you. That's why I keep on using that one hashtag. Restore the Snyderverse means to get everything within the same universe that we wanted, that the studio promised us, and they took it away from us. They took it away from us. The moment they took it away from us, we kept our wallets closed. From that moment to this moment, we've been winning. There's no stopping us, and they know it. Why would James Gunn come out and say that Darkseid is not going to play inside of his DCU? Because he knows that he will never reach the level of quality that Zack Snyder did. He also knows, along with the studio, that what Zack built in the Snyder Cut was massive. And that right there was preparing something huge. Why you think James Gunn is just focusing on the odd characters and all the strange stuff within his universe? Let him do what he has to do. It's already proven by now. It's not working. His formula hasn't worked. He hasn't worked. He's been costing WB so much money for years. This is not overnight. This has been with several products, productions, everything as CEO of DC Studios. James Gunn is the one that approved and he gave notes for Joker 2. He gave approval for The Flash. He gave approval for George Clooney to be in the Flush movie. That's all James Gunn's fault. And this is what David Zaslav has left in charge. And now, all these years after Birds of Prey to today, everything has been tanking and nothing has been working for them. This is why their stocks are doing bad. Their products don't move. They don't have no money. But then they have to go back to fund their projects with the Snyderverse. How? Very simple. Do the math. It's not hard. And in the end, it all adds up. Why? When McFarlane Toys put out toys from the DCEU of Zack Snyder's Justice League and David Ayer's Suicide Squad, when they currently have James Gunn and the DCU in charge, because they don't believe in it. They know that that shit's not making them money. They know that nobody cares about it. They have to go to what works at the end. The problem is that this stubborn studio has refused to listen to us, the fans. And now they're finally waking up, especially seeing that Comcast, Netflix, Paramount, and all these studios want to buy them. Now the fear is setting in because they know that if they keep on messing around, they're about to find out. Keep it up. You're about to lose all your company. But David Zaslav is like, you know what? I don't mind selling it, but I want the right price. That's why he's turning down Paramount. And then it all becomes political. It doesn't matter to me if it's political or not. I just want what this studio promised us, a full cinematic version and vision of what the director wanted to do, what Zack Snyder wanted to do. You put no stops and no holds on James Gunn. You allow a orgy to literally be shown at whatever, right? In Peacemaker season 2. That's okay. But it's wrong when Zack Snyder wants to have Batman beating the shit out of a criminal, right? That's wrong. But James Gunn is right. Get out of here. That's why you're paying the price. literally at the box office. This is why Superman 2025 from James Gunn flopped worldwide. Domestically, it struggled. Keep this in mind. Superman 2025 from James Gunn struggled domestically to make its budget back. And then you have WB saying, oh, as long as they make their budget, they're okay. That's the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard in any business model. Why are you even in business? You shouldn't be in business. You're in business to make a profit. You don't have these billionaires with all this money saying, as long as we break even, we're okay. No, you're in a business. That's why it's called a business. And David Zaslav knows it. He knows that he's screwed around too long and it's all caught up. So what is he trying to do? He's trying to sell. He's trying to get the most he can while he still can. Because like I told you, he's waiting to get the highest bid. He's already turned down Paramount. What is that telling you? His greed is pushing him to want to get the most out of this before he bounces. And this is why I'm telling you, it is not good. Let me repeat that. It is not good for Paramount Skydance to buy Warner Brothers. The moment that they do that, they want to continue with James Gunn. They want to continue with the DCU. And if they want to continue with all that, you, wherever you are around the world, you will continue to keep your wallets closed and fully locked because we're going to tell them you messed around and you're starting on the bad foot. You want to please us? You want our money? I don't mind opening my wallet and pulling it out. Digital, physical, however the hell you want it and whatever currency. That's not the problem. Give me, give us what we've been asking for. And for years we've been demanding what we want. And it's already proven. With Zack Snyder, all these projects are getting funded with McFarlane toys. All these products are selling and they're straight up like hot, fresh bread. You can't find them. Why? Because they make money. Meanwhile, with James Gunn, when the Suicide Squad came out, all of that ended in the clearance section. It all ended in everything that was $5 and it still didn't sell. At Walmart, you're seeing it now with Superman 2025. Toys are not selling. Merchandise is not selling. Movie is not selling. Tickets didn't sell. The streaming service numbers are not at where they thought. What is that telling you? Nobody cares. There's not enough people buying and eating it. Meanwhile, when Zack Snyder's Justice League came out on HBO Max, all of the servers crashed on their platform. How come we don't hear that with Superman? Because it doesn't sell. Meanwhile, with Zack Snyder, it brings them money. And it's already proven by now. He's working with the Saudis from UFC. These people have so much money. And they don't play around with that woke garbage. They don't care about no agendas. They just care about making money. And that's what we want. That's what I want. I want good ass entertainment. I don't want dumb shit like what James Gunn has been putting out there. Nobody cares about it. If it was so successful, why are they going up for sale? This is what I've been telling y'all. Things are happening. Behind closed doors, you and me, unless we're an executive or we're a director or we're someone big on the board, we'll never know. The only thing we're going to find out is what's coming out. Everything right now is just speculation. That's why I say it's not good for Paramount Skydance to buy them. And I get it. Some people are like, well, Netflix is interested. Netflix is only interested to a certain point. Netflix is also another bad choice. And I'll tell you why. Netflix doesn't give a shit about movie theaters. Yes, they just released K-pop Demon Hunters this past weekend. But guess what? That movie did bad this weekend at the box office. Not because it's Halloween. It's just because people are not going out. It's too damn expensive. Tickets are too expensive. I've been telling y'all, the future is digital. If you don't believe me, why is everything going AI right now? Why are these studios in the gaming industry, in the movie industry, hell, even in everything, people are opting for AI because that's the future, my friends. There's no stopping it. I don't like it. I don't want it, but it's here. It's in your phone. It's in your technology. It's in your laptop. It's in everything. You don't believe me? Go to the drive-through. In my area, the drive-throughs have all been replaced by a damn computer. What is that telling you? You're starting to hear Amazon are laying off people. They're laying off real people. Maybe you're one of them that used to work for them. And they're laying off people because they want to replace people with AI, with robots, with computers. Get it through your heads, friends. AI is here. There's no stopping it. You want to stop it? Stop buying the new Apple phones. That's how you stop it. But you're not going to. Stop using social media. But you're not going to. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. The future is going to be streaming, unfortunately. And if Netflix acquires Warner Brothers, they're going to put everything on streaming. And then they're going to lock us in, knowing they're going to be like, well, you want that content? You have to pay for it. And you won't even be able to have your own files because it's all on their servers. This is why I'm telling y'all it's very important for me that I say that Comcast is the best option because Comcast still believes in, yes, streaming. They still believe in theatrical. They still believe in physical media. And they still believe in letting the directors do what they want. You don't believe me? How come they're letting Christopher Nolan do what he wants with his movie coming up, The Odyssey in 2026? He's doing what he wants and how he wants. Why did Christopher Nolan walk away from WB? Because WB wanted to embrace the bullshit formula of we're only going to stick to HBO Max. Christopher Nolan said, I'm out. And he left to Universal, which is owned by Comcast. This is what I'm telling you. And he's there right now. And they're treating him right. Yes, I understand that Netflix is treating and giving Zack Snyder what he wants, but this is all business, baby. And if you're trying to make more money by spending money, who do you think can do it? I see Comcast. And that's what I think is happening. All of this in the end is again speculation. I can't tell you, I can't guarantee it, but I know for a fact that something is happening. Why is Zach posting these pictures? Why? Let's look at it, right? When you have Larry Wong post a picture, the cinematographer from Batman vs. Superman. Batman vs. Superman came out what, like 10 years ago? Almost? What the hell? Why is he posting that picture random all of a sudden? I'm telling y'all, things are happening. And when you have people denying it and saying, no, that's not what happens, you're living under a rock. These are facts. This is real time. We're seeing that all of these people are posting. It's just a matter of time before we're gonna see Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and Gal Gadot themselves post up on Instagram or on X. I'm telling you, it's coming. Don't be surprised. It's going to happen. Once you see that the actors are posting it, that's it, is done. This is confirmed. This is official. Just seeing Zack Snyder post the pictures with Henry Cavill and saying Henry Cavill is Superman, Ben Affleck is Batman. What what is that telling you? That's what he's telling you low key. And not only that, he's posting pictures of Ben Affleck's Batman from Batman vs. Superman. This is something that I'm acknowledging. Check this out. This is I'm speculating also. Why is he putting up a picture of Joe as Deathstroke? That's from the Nightmare timeline. We're seeing pictures of Ben Affleck both from Batman vs. Superman, and we're also seeing from the Nightmare timeline. He's wearing the trench coat and he's wearing the rag and the goggles. What is that telling you? He's talking about past, present, and future. See what I'm saying? Why would he put Henry Cavill? It's not coincidence. Like I told y'all, bear with me real quick because I'm still, trying to recover from, this flu, whatever the hell I got right now. So I'm trying to talk without pushing it and stuff like that. But just know for sure that things are happening, my friends. This is not a coincidence. And when you're seeing more and more things coming out, and now you have more people in the media talking about that, all right? Like I told y'all, when you see Cosmic Book News, they were the biggest shills for Superman in this summer. They were being paid, right, to say all these fake reviews, just like John Campia, just like all of these other fake YouTubers. Why? Because they're getting a paycheck. Now that they don't get the paycheck, they're all quiet. They're all not saying anything. You know why? Because they're not going to give free publicity. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Superman was fabricated. They try to make it that it was a success. Now, here's a fun fact. Did you know that on October 28th, 2 days or 3 days before Halloween, they re released again Superman theatrically? No, right? You know why? Because WB didn't tell anybody, but they did do it so people could go out there and rewatch it, and still nobody went. That's why I'm trying to tell you. They have no clue. They're just trying to get every little dollar that they can, but it's not making it. They keep on losing it. Yeah, they're trying to do everything that they can, but it's not working for them. Honestly. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Yo, wherever you are, make sure y'all stay safe because, yo, this cold flu season, yo, it's got me down for 3 days, man. Damn, it's rough. That's why y'all hear my voice and it sounds like shit right now. But I still don't care. I'm still talking about this. And y'all know that I do this still regardless, even if I'm sick. I don't care. I don't see that. Now, look, let's be real. Why, when you look at all this that's happening, it's just dropping out back to back. Every week we're starting to see something more and more. And then a rumor has it, right, that we're supposed to be hearing an official confirmation if WB is going to sell before Christmas. We're in November. We literally have less than 2 months to hear something official. We're going to hear something official. I'm telling y'all. For sure. Mark my words. By Thanksgiving this year, that's only a few weeks away from now. We're going to hear something from somebody. And then come before Christmas, we're going to hear something from somebody. I don't know who, but something is going to drop and we're going to hear something massive, a big announcement. I don't know from where, I don't know from who, but I can see that coming. And I'm telling you, oh, we are not ready. We are not ready to hear what's going to come, whether it's good or it's bad. I don't want to get your hopes up, but I don't want to put your hopes down either. I do want to prepare you and tell y'all, yo, be ready because something is coming. Something massive is coming. Is it for the good? Yes. I don't think it's going to be for the bad because I don't think it can get any worse than what it is right now for the studio, just because they've already taken a toll in the sense financially that they're doing extremely bad. WB has to either go back to what was working or just sell the whole damn company. And David Zaslav is so greedy that he's trying to get the most out of this company. I don't blame him. He has to do what he has to do. Money talks in the end, and it's a business. So he wants to go down and say, hey, at least I got my money's worth. All right, cool. But it's time you sell it to some studio that actually cares. I love Netflix. I love Paramount. I love Comcast. I love all three of them. But at the same time, I can't stand them because I've had problems with Comcast and their shitty internet. I've had problems with Netflix and their shitty servers. And I have problems with Paramount with their shitty products. So they all have their good and they all have their bad. None of them are perfect, but none of them are worse. I don't want Paramount because they want to continue with James Gunn, and I will not back that up. I don't want Netflix because Netflix only cares about streaming. Until they do better, I don't care about Netflix. I never have like that. I like that they treat Zach good and they put out product, Rebel Moon, Army of the Dead. We gotten some of the DCEU films on Netflix like about 2 years ago. So I give them props for that and stuff like that. Comcast has Christopher Nolan right now, and they're treating him right. They're giving him what he wants, and they're not interfering. They're letting him do theatrical releases, physical release with the media and whatever it is that he wants to put, and streaming. So that's a win on all three sides. And Paramount, which owns, damn, I'm like freaking mind messed up right now. Comcast, which owns Universal, they have theme parks. So you imagine a whole DC theme park from and at Universal Studios? That would be massive. If Universal can do that with Nintendo Land right now, or Nintendo World, whatever the hell it's called, what is that telling you? That they care about the fans because they want you to go to the theme park and experience it. You think Netflix is gonna do that? No. You think Paramount's gonna do that? No. I see the best solution overall, looking at the big picture, would be Comcast acquiring and fully buying all of Warner Brothers in the end. Not just a part of it, not just a section. No, buy the whole damn company. That's it. Buy the whole damn company and start putting out product and make everybody happy because everybody wants good entertainment. You got fans from Harry Potter and they've been ignored for years and they want a good movie. If you have the theme park and you have a section in it at Universal, which is I think what Hogwarts or whatever it's called, it's pretty cool when you go in it. It feels like you're actually, like I don't know, that's London, England, I don't know. The whole point is that shit looks good. And you have the dragon at the top of that castle, and it looks like you're really in the train when you're riding it. It's an experience that's pretty dope. I want to see something like that at Universal Studios with DC. You imagine being able to walk in and it's like, damn, it feels like Gotham City in here. Imagine in the wintertime, they put a whole thing that it feels like you're literally inside a whole snowing Gotham City, Arkham City. I don't know. Do whatever the hell you want. Just make it fun. That's it. Make us feel like we're there. They're doing it right now with Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. They're doing it with the Fast and the Furious. They care about us. That's what it is. And in the end, I don't mind paying and supporting that because that's where I want my money to go to. Good entertainment. You want to please us. That's in the end what matters. WB hasn't been doing that because had WB, they have no clue what they're doing. They've been screwing everything up. And for that, they literally have been paying the price, unfortunately, with all these movies. And that's why they've been doing really, really bad at the box office. You know, in the end, there's so much that they can absorb. And right now, it's already proven when it comes to the DC cinematic universe, the real DCU, it was with Zack Snyder, it was with David Ayer, it was with Patty Jenkins before she did Wonder Woman 84. And it was with James Wan before James Gunn came in play. That's what I'm telling you. Things were better off. We were on the road to greatness with the DC again, with their movies, all right? Because we were going to get back to what was working. You can even see that Black Adam, even though it did not have a China release, it still made money. It still made money. It didn't struggle the way that Superman made its budget back with a little bit domestically, but they had a worldwide release. It doesn't make sense. The numbers don't lie. Black Adam made what, like over 600 million at the end? And it didn't take them as long as it took Superman. Superman 2025 from James Gunn took them about what, 80 something days? Almost 3 months for them to struggle. And they were struggling because you saw how many sales they were doing for that movie. You already seen that now that the movie has released. And even before, when it went to streaming, they released it for $29.99 in the summer. And then within that same week, it was at $9.99. What is that telling you? How come the viewership on HBO Max and Peacemaker Season 2 are not up there? How come? How come Man of Steel, even on the streaming service of HBO Max, is getting more views than James Gunn's Superman? Because it's already proven that we know what we want. And it's already time for the studio to let go and give it to another company that actually cares about it. Honestly. In the end, all of this is not coincidence. This is happening for a reason. The reason why Zach is posting things is, I think, is because he knows something, but he cannot say nothing yet until it's official with whatever David Zaslav wants to put, whether he's going to sell it or he's just going to continue it or whatever the hell he's trying to do. We already know that David Zaslav is not even bothering with Paramount. So that's a good sign for us because he's not even taking the offer that they're trying to give them. 4 times they've been turned down. That's worse than straight up a ex trying to come back and be like, yo, let's hang out. Hell no. David Zaslav is not playing around. He's like, nah, I want the most. And that's how you got to go about it. And we already know that if Paramount does buy WB, they're going to continue with James Gunn. And that is going to be bad. That's going to be very, very bad for them as the company, their stocks, and us, the fans. Because we're not going to get good content. We're going to keep on getting trash. And that's what's going to come from it. We already know that Netflix also loves to push the little agendas and they like to do things here and there and they like to play around. Comcast doesn't play around. Comcast is about keeping the customer and the consumer happy. And that's what we need. We need all that to be happening. And I'm telling you, my friends, all of these things are happening right before us in real time. This is no coincidence. The Snyderverse is going to make a comeback. James Gunn at DC's days are coming to an end. They're riding this final wave for the contract to expire. This is what I'm speculating. This is what I think is happening. I'm not saying that this is what's happening, right? And in the end, everything that they have planned, it's going to be put on straight up a pause. And they're going to be like, yeah, we're not moving with that. And I'm going to be real with y'all. Notice this. Notice this. They just finished filming Clayface. Did you know about that? I didn't. And I didn't care. That's how we need to treat the DCU with James Gunn. Not acknowledge it. Not talk about it. Not give it no attention. Because nobody cares. Again, they filmed that movie in probably 3 months. That movie is going to be shit. I'm telling you. They're pacing. They're nervous. James Gunn knows that he is out at WB soon. Once that contract is done, he is done. He had his chance. He had his moment. I gave him opportunities. You gave him opportunities. We gave him a chance with Peacemaker Season 1. We gave him a chance with Peacemaker Season 2. We gave him a chance with Creature Commandos. We gave him a chance with, what is this trash? James Gunn Superman 2025. 4 times I gave you an extra chance with the Suicide Squad. What are you proving to me? That you have no idea what you're doing with this brand. You're destroying the brand. You're destroying the company. You don't care about these characters. You even admitted it that you don't care about these characters. Yet you're in charge. You're the wrong person to be in charge. WB with DC could have been winning and we could have all been eating and they lost all their chances because while Marvel was pushing their bullshit agendas and they were trying to do all these garbage movies after Endgame, everything was doing bad for them. Everything, right? Besides Spider-Man No Way Home. That's the only movie that was really, really good. But everything else, their streaming service, their shows, they weren't going to Comic-Con. They weren't doing nothing. That was the moment for DC to attack and strike and be like, you know what? We're going to come all out. No, last year, James Gunn didn't go to Comic Con. He didn't announce, he didn't show anything of Superman. This year, it passed and he came out. But he wasn't focused on that. He was focused on shitty Peacemaker. That's all he cares about. And now, look at the damage. The damage is already done. You cannot repair it. Even if you bring in Zack Snyder, I'm going to be real with you. If you bring in Zack Snyder and you try to do a parallel universe, there's no fixing that shit. It's damaged. It's done. James Gunn retconned the Justice League scene at the end of season 1 Peacemaker. James Gunn, he straight up did this to himself. He could have since day one continued and ended properly the DCEU with the Snyderverse. And we would have already gotten Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3. We would have been over that shit. But no, James Gunn decided to screw around and he's finding out. And all of the company is going down. That's why their stocks are doing bad. That's why everything that they're doing was completely a disaster. Yeah, I saw there's somebody that dressed up as James Gunn as a what do you call it? Halloween, I guess. I don't know. I just saw a picture of it and stuff. It's crazy, you know? But it just shows you in the end, these things are happening. And by now, what I think is happening is that they're fixing things behind closed doors. They're repairing things, they're restoring things. And mainly, It's probably contracts. It's probably how do we compensate you? Because of course, WB screwed over Henry Cavill. Netflix also screwed over Henry Cavill. So when you tell me, oh, that sell it to Netflix, but they won't screw Henry Cavill, they already did it. Same thing with WB. They already did it. Two studios screwed him over. But in the end, it's business and money counts. Money talks. So anything can happen. Who knows? And that's what I'm saying. Overall, of this picture, what you think is, I'm gonna be honest with you. What I think is happening is that Zach can't say anything yet. Everything is just like, yo, can I at least put out pictures? Yeah, go for it. Let's test the waters. Let's see what reactions we get. So he's like, all right, screw it. But we know, we know that when Zach posts pictures up, it's not just for the hell of it. He's posting it with a meaning. Meaning, hey, something is coming. Don't give up. Keep on. I haven't moved on. Why would I be posting these pictures? See what I'm saying? Why would somebody be posting up pictures of something that they have not moved on and saying it and wording it, saying Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck is Superman, is Batman? You're just confirming it to me without telling me. That's how I take it. See what I'm saying? So, what I think all of this is going to come from it is that they're going to just have to go back to what was working. And the question is David Zaslav going to sell? We know that he's trying to sell. What offer is he going to finally take? But he needs to hurry up because the time is running out, literally. Because we're literally about to enter the holiday season. And once that comes through, people are not going to be paying attention to this, especially Wall Street. Wall Street's going to be like, yo, until next year, January, then we'll focus again. Tax season, all that crap. That's what I'm telling y'all. We're going to be hearing something very soon. Don't know how soon, but we're going to be hearing something. And in the end, you're going to see that it's going to surprise us all. I have a feeling that something very, very good is coming from this, and it's just going to shock us. Whatever it is, so be it. But I'm interested and I'm excited to see what's going to happen because right now, the studio needs it. We need it. The fans, we need it. We need good content. WB has not been putting out good content. They really haven't. And it's sad to see that because we deserve good content. We're the customer. So why are you not going to give us and cater to us? And that's the thing. Yeah, Gunn did this on purpose. He said it. Yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. That's why if he doesn't care and he doesn't take it serious, why should we take care? Take his DCU serious. It's not. It's not serious. That's what I'm telling you. I think that's why he's trying to retcon everything and trying to like, oh, this doesn't connect. This somewhat connects. Like, because once he's out, I'm telling you, what he's trying to do is leave his legacy as in, well, that was the Gunverse. That was his time, not connected to anything. It was his own thing, as if like a Elseworld type of thing, you know? That's why he's doing the whole thing with the dimensions and the portals, whatever the hell he's trying to do. Because he's just trying to have fun with his own universe. Like, hey, this is what I'm doing, and that doesn't connect with anything. He doesn't want to connect anything with David Hare. He doesn't want to connect anything with Zack Snyder. But yet, quote unquote, these are his friends, right? Come on, come on. The hypocrisy, James Gunn. We know what's up with him. All he does is talk, and in the end, it doesn't work. No matter how much they try to do it. Yeah, they're gonna use AI. It's sad. It's crazy, but that's what they're doing. These companies are using it, and we're starting to see it more and more everywhere now, and that's crazy. It's crazy. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, Gunn is ignoring. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up. He's ignoring the customer demand. Yeah, he doesn't care about any of us, honestly. James Gunn, he cares about James Gunn and his little team. That's it. Gunn says superheroes are stupid. Zach said they are made modern myths. Now tell me who truly cares about the characters. Exactly, Dennis. I agree with you. You're on point with that. That's true. 100%. Hold on, y'all bear with me real quick. Gareth Edwards took the dinosaur design serious. Rebirth was a success despite the bad reviews. True. Meanwhile, you have James Gunn Superman. Exactly. Exactly. How many times didn't that movie go into editing and reshoots, whatever. And look at Supergirl. Supergirl, we don't even have a trailer and they're already doing reshoots. It's already starting bad. That's already dead on arrival. It's already going to tank. I'm telling you, Supergirl will not reach the same numbers as Superman 2025. Superman 2025 from James Gunn struggled domestically to make its budget back. Supergirl 2026 is going to do far worse, and worldwide, it's going to be even worse than Superman 2025. Clayface is also going to tank. That movie's going to tank bad. Nobody's interested in that crap. Nobody asked about that crap. But yet, that's what they're trying to put out, honestly. Have I been playing any new games lately? Nah, I haven't been playing anything right now lately. Yeah, that Batman Brave and the Bold, I don't think that's gonna happen. They could go ahead and have Andy Muschietti right now and do everything, but we're not gonna get that far. I'll tell you, we're not. We are not going to get that far into this DCU. The DCU is not gonna last for no 10 years. It's going to be less than that, and it's a shame. But James Gunn brought this upon himself. He did this to us. We're the fans, the customers, and consumers. He should have pleased us. Instead, he just wanted to please himself. And by him pleasing himself, it's literally costed the company. And this is why the company is going up for sale. This is why David Zaslav is trying to sell it. Because he knows that, hey, this is done. There's no saving it. It's too far deep financially. The only way is selling it, selling the assets. And notice how Netflix is trying to capitalize and go into that too. I'm telling y'all, we're gonna find out some chunky updates very soon. And I'm here for it. I cannot wait for it, honestly. Slipknot, dude, you're a trooper. Yo, even being sick, I'm still here holding it down for each and every one of y'all. Like I told y'all, I've been sick for the past few days, and man, literally yesterday, and what it was, what's today, Monday? On Friday and Saturday, I could not talk. Saturday was the worst. I could not talk. Like my voice was gone, 100%. Too much coughing and all that stuff, you know? And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I was trying to do a video, I just couldn't get through it. I just couldn't. I didn't have the energy. My voice wasn't working. I was like, I can't put that for y'all. And today I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Just a little bit. Hopefully I'm feeling a little bit better tomorrow, stuff like that. That's why I haven't been posting anything lately. Just because of that. Cause I wasn't able to talk. Y'all could hear me. Y'all could hear that I sound like shit right now. But it's because, like I said, I'm trying to get through this cold and flu and all that stuff. Like it was really, really bad. Like I haven't slept for like almost like probably like 2 nights just because, just coughing nonstop, like it's just a mess, But that's why I tell y'all health is more important. So I just decided, let me rest those days. And that's why I'm like, you know what? I feel like I talk a little bit more. And that's why I'm here talking and doing these videos. I'm probably gonna look at this back later and crack up just because my voice feels all freaking messed up. But it is what it is. Like it still bothers me, honestly. But yeah, like I said, in the end, all of these things are happening for a reason. It's not a coincidence. Things are happening. It's just gonna be a matter of time and when all of these updates are gonna come out. But when they do drop, I'm telling y'all, we're about to be surprised. Both either good and bad, or probably one or the other. Who knows? Like I said, do not lose faith, do not lose hope, and most of all, keep on enduring because what these James Gunn cultists want is for us to give up. We do not give up. We do not surrender. We just don't. This is why they see and they're determined to try to break us. But again, remember I told y'all years ago that our motto was going to be, as we keep on with this war, that we will stop at nothing. And we haven't stopped. And because of that, I'm proud to see each and every one of y'all everywhere. When I see those hashtags of Restore the Snyderverse everywhere, we're sending the message. The bell has been rung. There's no stopping us. WB knows it. David Zaslav knows it. James Gunn knows it. Peter Safran knows it. Andy Muschietti knows it. They all know it. The whole studio, the whole company, Paramount Skydance knows it. Comcast knows it. Netflix knows it. They all know and they're aware of what we want. And in due time, it's going to happen, my friends. Don't give up. You will see how all of this is going to happen. Honestly, I'm telling you, you will see. With that being said, I'm gonna get going because I'm starting to feel a little bit bad again with my throat right now. So, I'm gonna keep y'all posted and I'll keep on sharing pictures. Like I said, just share the videos, all that good stuff. And hopefully I'll feel a little bit better, during these days coming and stuff like that. Y'all stay safe. I thank y'all for watching and all that good stuff. I'm gonna try to get some rest right now and things. So until next time, my friends, peace out.